Hello and welcome back to the second video of a three-part series in which we are experimenting on Football Manager 2021 to see how far in the beautiful game the equally beautiful Andy Carroll can go if he started his career as a centre-half, and we will be running it from the start of his career to the very end. If you've not seen the first part of this experiment, I highly recommend that you do go back and watch it. It's available on my channel, as that way, if you do, it'll all make a little bit more sense. However, if you are enjoying this type of content, which is all relatively new to me, then please do let me know by leaving a like rating on the video, subscribing with notifications on, and also commenting down below with any suggestions on any players you would like to see involved in a similar type of experiment. Also, if you'd like to give any sort of feedback or thoughts on these experiments, then please do not hesitate and leave me a comment down below, or you can tweet me at CallumWrites2. The link will be in the description for that as well. But without further ado, I won't waste any more of your time than necessary. Let's get into Andy Carroll. Shouldn't have said that. That sounds suspect. I'll start off with just a quick recap on where we ended the last video. Andy Carroll is currently 22 years of age in 2026, despite looking in his 30s, worth nearly 18 million. And he's playing in the Sky Bet Championship. He scored 5 goals in 40 appearances in the last season he played in, from centre-half, but the main concern is this: it automatically highlights that he's a striker. So I think he's probably started playing there a little bit, if not featuring there later on in games when they need a goal. That's the type of thing I would do as a manager. He's 6'4" for goodness sake. And this is how his attributes are looking. Not very good defensively. And oh my word, in 2027, Andy Carroll moved to Leeds United. Wow, that's unexpected. They paid $35.5 million for him, and he's clearly not playing striker for them. 27 appearances in the Premier League, scoring 1 goal. I am shocked. I am very, very shocked. 31 appearances for the under-21s, as well as 4 goals. Still looking terribly defensively, a little bit better at tackling and positioning, so that's at least something. Oh, that took me by surprise. Worth 39 million as well, so he's getting better, quite clearly. But Newcastle fans would definitely not like that. I can't quite believe that. Oh, wow. Finished, wow, they're going to stay in the Premier League. I've said wow a lot, so that's something. Finished safe comfortably in 14th, did young Andy, now 23 years old. That is a very, very interesting development. Still likes to play with his back to goal, not capped by England yet, but playing in the Premier League, most importantly. Andy Carroll is on the up, and that's not just when he goes up and, wins the headers. Yeah, I'm sorry. If you're new around here, those kind of terrible jokes are quite frequent. Nearly as frequent as Andy Carroll's injuries, he's definitely started to become injury prone. I'd moved this injury prone list down to 10, as obviously it was less towards the start of his career in real life and got worse as he got older. But yeah, clear to see it's still affecting him. And in 2028, Andy Carroll is still at Leeds. His value is only increasing at this rate. 24 years old, still not capped for England yet. But he was number 15 before, and now he's number 5, so that's at least something. He is looking still terrible defensively, but his marking's gone up from 7 to 8, so that's at least something. And his positioning is up to 12 now. It was a measly 10 not so long ago. Getting a little bit better on that front. Tackling, still not quite all there, but he can head the ball all day long, as we know. Mentals and physicals, absolutely unreal, as they are in real life. But his first choice for Leeds, it looks like, 25 appearances, another goal and an assist for them this season in the Premier League. I don't know whether they stayed there, but his tackling's up slightly. It was 1.82 last time with Leeds, up to 1.91 per games on average. That's at least something. A red card and 6 yellows. That's not that bad, discipline-wise. Just 66 fouls. So things are going well for Andy Carroll, it's fair to say. I wonder how much injuries he's got. Yeah, he misses out a few months a season, it would seem. Unfortunate for Andy, but Football Manager is realistic, even if Andy Carroll's a centre-half, it would seem. But Andy Carroll will once again be playing in the Championship, unless he moves on, as Leeds United got relegated. They finished with 38 points last season. Just one less this season, but they're going down. Will Andy Carroll be on the move again? Stay tuned to find out. In short, yes. Yes, he will. This time to Wolverhampton Wanderers. And most notably, he can now almost mark with 9. For centre-half, still not great, but a lot better than he once was. And positionally, better too. Up to 13. The guy is loving life. He's an England international, everybody. Oh, I'm so proud of Andy. Centre-back Andy. This experiment was started with the vision that he was probably at a World Cup winning centre-half with England in an alternate universe, as he's probably a centre-half. And oh, that dream is underway. He's played once for England. I'm buzzing about that. I don't know why. Decent contract as well, up to 105 grand a week as a star player and worth 48 million. I notice he's now arguing with officials, so that's at least something. Very realistic. Doesn't move into channels. Also, probably quite realistic. He's Andy Carroll. Centre-half in this, so even more realistic. Refrains from taking long shots. That's not realistic in real life. But oh boy, I'm so happy for the man. 36 appearances in the Premier League with Wolverhampton, scoring 3 goals. And he moved there for 46.5 million. He's an expensive habit, this man. Don't think that makes sense. Wouldn't call Andy Carroll a habit, but here we are. Moved for 82 million so far in his career. He's only, 25 at the end of the 9th season. In May 2029, I've disappeared off in there. Goodness me, I didn't mean that. But he's already played 231 games in his short career. Goodness me, I'm impressed. Well done, Andy. Who did his first international cap come against? Scotland, of all people, aged 24. Goodness me. He did deliver a 6.8 though in that game, so that's not terrible. Did pick up a yellow card. 6.8 and a yellow card. Not too bad against world beaters like Scotland. Not only that, but they steered clear of relegation, finishing 14th once again for Andy. 8 points clear of the relegation zone once again. So here's hoping he isn't involved in a team that gets relegated next season. Quarter-finalists in the FA Cup and Carabao Cup though. I'd like to see him win something else other than the Championship. And after his 10th season, Andy Carroll, still at Wolves, aged 26. He's added another cap to his England cupboard. That doesn't make any sense. But put it this way, he's played for England again, so that's good for him. Oh, wow. I have noticed he hopes to leave club in the near future, so I don't know whether they've been relegated or something like that. Not quite sure yet. But we'll find out, I'm sure. Tackling 9, marking 9, fantastic. But he does like to move the ball into his left foot before dribbling. So, good for you, Andy. Very, very well done. 32 appearances in the Premier League for Wolverhampton. 1 goal, 1 assist, and a player of the match. Good for him. Just the 1 red card, 11 yellows though. Tackling 1.83 times a game on average, because you can't actually do 0.83 of a tackle in real life. That would be a pretty small tackle. We have fun here. Andy Carroll, not so much fun. Injury central, out for 1.5 months this season. Pretty good going actually by Andy Carroll's standard. And oh my word, Wolves finished 8th in the Premier League and won the FA Cup. Andy Carroll is an FA Cup winner. Congratulations, Andy. I'm so proud of you. I hope you are at home too. They beat Arsenal in the final and Andy Carroll delivered a 7.5. It's interesting that he wants to leave, however. Maybe he's going to move on to bigger and better things. Maybe the Champions League awaits for Andy Carroll. Okay, highly unlikely considering he's still with Wolverhampton Wanderers after his 11th season. I'm sorry, Wolves fans. But he's now played 9 times for England, scoring 1 goal. And I'm glad to see he's stuck around after winning the FA Cup with Wolves. It'll be interesting to see how they've done after finishing 8th in the Premier League too. Worth 61 million. I'm impressed. 27 years old, he's still got time to get better. He's only reaching his sort of peak around about now. Sadly, no improvement so far on the marking, tackling or positioning front. But he is still a regular for Wolverhampton Wanderers, playing 34 times for them in the league, delivering nearly 2 tackles a game these days with 1.99. 115 fouls though, but no red cards. He's maturing. Ignore the 10 yellows. Goodness me, injured for less than a month as well this season. Really is improving. I'm so proud of the fella. Number 4. Goodness me. And his first goal for England came against Ireland. I'm so happy to see him win a trophy lately, become an England regular almost, and he scored for them. It's happening, I tell you. He will be a World Cup winning captain. Okay, if he plays at a World Cup, I'll be amazed, but fingers crossed. Oh my word, I was just waiting to check how they did in the league. Okay, they finished 12th, but Andy Carroll is their key player. Look at this guy go. I've got a sense of attachment with centre-back Andy Carroll. I had one with real-life Andy Carroll. Newcastle are my English team. He left on deadline day to Liverpool. I was very, very young, maybe 10-ish, possibly younger. I don't know, around about that. I cried when he left, so there you go. Not ashamed to say it. I love the man, and I love the centre-half version even more. As well as finishing 12th though, unfortunately, they didn't win a thing. A semi-final in Euro Cup 2 though, so... Every cloud has a Euro Cup 2 silver-ish lining. It's not even a silver, they've gone up to the semi-final. Would be a silver if they got to the final, so maybe at best, this cloud has a bronze lining. Might not even be bronze. There's no third place playoff in the Euro Cup 2, so we'll never know. And after 12 seasons, Andy Carroll, still at Wolverhampton Wanderers. Added to his 9 caps, now up to 13. I'm going to have to investigate to find out if he's played at a tournament or not, because if he has and I've missed it, I'll be absolutely livid. But look at him go, absolutely flying as our king, worth 59 million now, in his absolute prime. I hope he's won something else, that'd be nice. Plays 28 times in the league, so, that could mean he's now a bit more injury prone. 1 goal, 1 assist, another player of the match, so good for you, Andy. Nearly 2 in terms of tackles per game once again. Back on the red card shenanigans though, and 10 yellows. You can't have everything, I suppose. So, I have missed something. In 2030, England won the World Cup. That's painful enough. What's more painful is that we don't know who actually played. So Andy Carroll could have won a World Cup. I highly doubt it, considering I think he had he had not a lot of caps back then. But I'm livid that I don't know for sure. Okay, I've been to find out if Andy Carroll played at the World Cup, and I can confirm that so far not the case. Andy Carroll hasn't played at a World Cup. I'm disappointed. And at club level though, Wolves finished 9th, just off the Euro Cup 2 place. Unfortunately, that would have been amazing. Then we could have maybe have got a silver medal, at very minimum, for him there. But no, I knocked out early on in the FA Cup and Carabao Cup. Quarterfinals not early on. I lied, and I'm sorry about it. And he's not even Wolves' key player anymore. Ramiro Gomez from Brazil. Doesn't seem fair. He's a goalkeeper. He's not even that good. He's quite good, but he's not Andy Carroll, okay? And that voice crack was very embarrassing. And on that rather embarrassing note, that is where we will leave this video for now. We will be back with the final installment of this experiment over the weekend. So please do let me know if you've enjoyed this video by liking it. Subscribe with notifications on too so you don't miss the next one, and comment down below with any suggestions on how I could improve my videos, but also with any suggestions of any players that you may like to see a similar experiment based around in future. Thank you very, very much for watching, and take care.